Good to see you again, man. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah. Thank you. Long time,
Long
right?
time. Yeah. Finally back.
Yeah. Hey, I'm happy to hear that, and thank
Yeah.
you again for the Formula One Sao Paulo. Great, great, great. Listen, what's up? What's going on with Telecall? How's everything going?
Well, it's been a great few years. I don't know how long we last time we spoke. But I remember we were about to launch our MVNO in Brazil, right?
Correct.
Um, I know a lot have passed since then. We had the pandemic in the middle.
Hmm.
The company had been thankfully growing, have been growing steadily all these years. We've been able to diversify a little bit on our services.
Hmm.
We've been um, investing in innovations
Yeah.
and digital transformation
Hmm.
as well in the company. Um, and we're doing some testing with disruptive business models
Okay.
and some things that we would like to test in the
Hmm.
market. We investing a lot of on what I would like to call a teltech
Okay.
sector,
Hmm.
which some people call tackle, but
Hmm.
CPaaS, UCaaS. That's actually how we started in Brazil, right?
Hmm.
With the UCaaS, cloud PBX type of service.
Hmm.
And then we went to the MVNO, targeting B2B and also our ISPs in Brazil, thinking about fixed mobile convergence, right? Then we move into more on the IoT space.
Okay.
Those are things that we already accomplished.
Hmm.
Our full MVNO with our API that we develop
Hmm.
have a lot of features that I haven't seen uh, people doing things that we're doing.
Okay.
And now we again going continue with the business transformation. We're seeing the CPaaS market, skyrocketing, right? And all the services that we telcos provide to the CPaaS market, the identity market. Now that we are in the on the
Big ticket
mobile
item.
on
Yeah.
the mobile space as well. That's something. Obviously, there's a ton of potential on that
Hmm.
space as well. So it's we've been uh, progressing with the digital transformation strategy on the traditional services that we have been doing for 25 years,
Hmm.
almost 24, 5 years now, 24. And we started adding the mobile piece to that
Hmm.
with our data solutions. And now we're starting to, think, okay, so now on the fixed line, on the fixed broadband,
Hmm.
what can be done, right?
Hmm.
Uh, and we've seen a lot of neutral plays on both sides of the equation, so we can either become our own, uh, let's say, fiber without having the assets in place,
Okay. Okay.
or we can become, depending on what market, the carrier in place, and then provide that, expose that to the other, let's say, retail players, right?
Hmm.
And that's something that we've done with different products. The SDN part of the business, and that's something that we discuss here a lot,
Hmm.
right? About orchestration, automation, more and more the different networks are going to be talking to each other. So we are starting to explore with, we already have, but we are orchestrating and trying to integrate the SD1 piece
Hmm.
with the SDN side, so we can have the orchestration all the way, you know, at our enterprise level, our B2B customers, all the way back to all the services that we provide, being voice, being connectivity, being omni-channel, being data, and also being able to, through the SDN channels and through the orchestration and APIs, enable a virtual network right away, right? So um, there's um, being done in many markets,
Hmm.
right? But Latin America, there's not yet a player for that. And what we've seen, for example, with packet fabric here in US, with the domestic market,
Yes.
Brazil is also a continental country, very big. So we see that there's also potential there. So again, the whole our whole strategy, the company strategy, have in this 25 years being, look at a problem, look at a niche, find a solution, a technical solution, or a technology that can somehow disrupt or innovate, or we're not the biggest guy in the room, so we have to understand where
which is
we
good
can play
because
the right position.
because and first of all, congratulations on all the developments and playing an important role in a disruptive way. But also, Telecall is quite known for its creativity, for its innovation, and with that, what do you think we can expect in the future from you guys? What's next?
Well, my head can't stop, so you not already know me for that,
Mm,
right? So I'll try to keep creating and looking for opportunities.
mhm,
We are again testing different not only business model but also opportunities
mhm,
on the TMT, right? If we talk about TMT, not only telco, what we've seen is that the OTTs, and that's all we talk right today on
yes.
the telco events. They are the major driver for our infrastructure, for
Mhm,
our industry, right?
sure.
When I see what happened with that, we we've seen um, some telco companies trying to verticalize and integrate some of the media companies, especially here in US. That was somehow not very successful because of the size of those companies, right?
Correct.
What we've seen is a more democratized or distributed content creation.
Mhm,
What we don't know is how these platforms or the social media, social networks are going to play a role on the content.
mhm,
But I'm I'm a little optimistic when it comes to content creation and content distribution and content ownership.
okay.
So uh, in a way, just like any industry, the barrier of entrance for content and media are also dropping,
Yes.
and in a way that everyone also who owns the content wants to manage and monetize the content, if possibly directly, right?
Mhm,
So I think the telco industry lost the first wave of the content. We are in the hands of the OTTs.
yes.
But there are still other services and other markets. If we think about, the whole smart building and smart city IoT stuff, that could be essentially provided by telcos, and we've seen some examples in
Yeah.
Europe and in US of those
Exactly.
markets.
Yeah.
So that's one of the solutions in the that I want to bring to our markets.
Mhm. And
And
where
not
telco can play a lead role,
exactly,
hopefully, and not.
not the second role, or to be in a dumb pipe of the solution,
Mhm,
right? We already the houses, we're already in the streets, we're already installing the service. Why not installing the
exactly.
rest of the service, right? On the other side, cloud is being a huge topic also here.
Mhm,
There's it's a two-sided sword, right? Because in a way you can escalate faster, and in a way you also lose control of what you have and where it is, and what are your assets, and the cloud play is it's a play that it's there. It's not gonna go back, but at the same time, how you manage and how you distribute those cloud assets, and how you're not again um, selling your whole data to one specific company. That if you have an issue, it's hard to move, right?
mhm,
So that being said, the the play again on the B2B side with the SDN and the SD1 and bringing the cloud and also other solutions to the table that you can again orchestrate or create different products on the top of that. I think that's also a very big opportunity. Now going back to the media, something else that we're doing on the media side and talking with the cloud. So we basically again trying to find a niche, find a market, and try to, if possible, verticalize as much as we can. I talked all this to go back to one of the products that we're testing, which is a cloud gaming product.
Okay.
So we're running GPUs, our own GPU clouds in Brazil. We have here in the US as well, where because we own the GPUs, that's where we can have economical scale enough to actually offer a service that is the gaming industry is bigger than the video and the audio together, right? So if the and this service, for example, does not work if you don't have end-to-end control. Exactly. If you're in a public internet, most likely, and that's Stadia throw the towel on the service. And why? All this, most of the studies and the complaints comes from lag, from in US quality of the network. So imagine in Brazil or Latin America or a third world country or a developing country, that, for example, Brazil is one of, and India or developing countries, big countries, that the people don't have access to consoles, right? So a regular Brazilian cannot pay $800 for a console and then pay $50 for a game. So and that creates not only a barrier of entrance for that, but also, again, as we spoke before, there's the divide, and the kids don't have access to that. So if you bring that to a solution that is as a service, that it's in the subscription of the telco, and you can provide more content, that's a way to differentiate, and that's a way to create a different market.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And
my 3 minutes became 30 minutes. I don't know how many minutes I'm talking.
It doesn't matter, but you know what? It's always good and inspiring to listen to you, to listen to your inspiring vision and your company mission that you have with Telecall. And with that, I would like to thank you so much, Allan,
thank you, Eric,
for this couple of minutes.
Yeah.
With you, and more to come on this channel, guys. And again, I would like to thank Allan dearly for your time, and wish you all the best of luck with Telecall. And I know up for the next 25 years, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.